The other day I was watching the story on YouTube of it's not Moshe, but Abraham, right? Him being called out of his daddy's house, father's house, to go and grab the land that God is going to show him, and him being promised that he's going to be the father of descendants that are like the sea, the sandy sea, seashore sand at the beach there, right next to the stars up ahead. Those are your descendants, Abraham. The Lord ought to be making such chunky promises as those. And then he just goes out on a limb by faith, Abraham. And I noticed something over there while I'm going through hell on earth. And in and of myself, I feel like, listen, take me home. Because I am so bombarded by ritualists that are working tooth and nail to block me from getting my answered prayer. And they're also working tooth and nail to prevent that which I speak in ministry. The things that God shows me in dreams and visions when I come here and I prophesy, there are people who are functioning as active barriers to entry, trying to block all that stuff from coming to pass. And I'm like, you know what, whatever do you. It is no wonder you're so disrespectful. Yeah, I noticed the thingy-ma-bobby in the story of Abraham over there. I noticed that everything that God said you're gonna get took a minute, a striving, a yearning, a giving up even at some point to finally acquire it. Even how it is that Sarah found herself at the grasp or the clutch of Pharaoh in Egypt was because Abraham tried to go and get the land flowing with milk and honey, Canaan. He tried. And there were these people on that land that resisted him, and they had to leave, but they were dying in the wilderness. They had no food, no water. And Eliezer, I believe, is the one that came up with an idea to go to Egypt. And then in Egypt, look at Pharaoh out grabbing Sarah, and it's like a whole thing. The guy was plagued with boils, and the whole family. We understand Sarah was set free, but ultimately Abraham did acquire that land, even though it was not all of it. Ultimately, you know how all throughout history the Hebrews have been losing that land, and to this day there's still a contest over it. But there was always a satanic barrier to grabbing it. It never was just a matter of I'm taking it because God said it's mine, and then you just run now. There's always something that stands in the way, to a point where you will then even end up enduring so much crazy stuff that looks like it's thwarting your promise. Because now at this point, obviously this is not going to give, like Sarah being out here, given over to Pharaoh's household. Yeah, ultimately Sarah bore Abraham a son, and they finally lodged in that land. But man, oh man, how there was so much resistance in the run-up too.